Tonight, a local rabbi is sharing his journey from a recent trip to Israel. Rabbi Samuel Stern from the Temple Beth Shalom here in Topeka recently returned from the country, and now he's showing others what he experienced as the war between Israel and Hamas rages on. 27 News reporter Caroline Sorrow sat down with him at his presentation tonight, and she tells us what he says stood out most from the trip.
Rabbi Stern's been back and forth from Israel multiple times over the years, but for him, this trip was different than the others. He tells me he saw things that he never wants to see again, even describing some of them as soul-crushing. But he also said he saw incredible signs of hope shining through that darkness. Rabbi Stern just returned from a 4-day mission trip to Israel. He went with 16 other rabbis from across the U.S. and Canada. Even as the war between Israel and Hamas rages on, Rabbi Stern says many of the people he spoke to there were more worried about the anti-Semitism in America. But out of all the things he witnessed on this trip, including meeting the country's president, he says there was one thing in particular that really struck him.
I've never seen a country more united. This country, which was very much at odds within itself for many, many months leading up to October 7th, is really all rallied around one cause.
He says they weren't rallying around the government or even the army. They were rallying around each other. He said tons of buses and signs were covered in messages of unity, with the phrase, "Together we will win," written on them in Hebrew. And that's why he and the other rabbis made this trip to begin with. They wanted to show both camaraderie and support for the people in Israel right now. And Rabbi Stern says he just wants people to know how much those in Israel really appreciate the support coming from people in America during this time. Working for you in West Topeka, I'm Caroline Sorrow, 27 News.